The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally official with a release date of June 5th. We're talking new hardware, GameCube games, Mario Kart World, and so much more was revealed. Stick around as I break down everything you need to know about Nintendo's new console. Hey gamers, welcome back to Polygon Legends. I'm your host, Serge. Nintendo just dropped a massive bombshell with their Nintendo Switch 2 reveal. There's a ton to unpack. We've got hardware specs, new games, and even GameCube games coming to the Switch. That's right, GameCube, so let's dive into everything that was just announced. Nintendo has finally lifted the curtain on everything Switch 2, and it's coming much sooner than we all expected. This isn't just a minor upgrade, folks. They've reimagined the system from the ground up while keeping what made the original Switch so awesome. Me personally, I've been a huge Nintendo fan since the original NES days, and I'm really excited about the Switch 2. But before we go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming coverage on Switch 2 games and hardware. Alright, so let's start with the hardware itself. The Switch 2 keeps the hybrid concept, but improves it in almost every way. As I mentioned earlier, the release date is June 5th, and we're going to get a bigger LCD screen. It's going to be 1080p resolution, which is twice the pixels of the original Switch. As far as performance goes, it's going to support up to 120 frames per second in compatible games with HDR for more vibrant colors. That's something PS4 and Xbox have been doing for a while, so it's nice that Nintendo finally caught up there. As far as storage goes, we're getting 256 gig of internal storage. That's 8 times more storage than the original Switch. One thing I'm really excited about is that when you have the dock hooked up to your TV, you can get up to 4K resolution this time around with compatible games. The Joy-Con controllers have received several upgrades as well. The Joy-Con 2, as they call them, they now attach magnetically for easier connection and removal. You've got bigger shoulder buttons for better comfort when you're playing horizontally. We're getting bigger analog sticks for improved precision, and the Joy-Cons can even act as mouse pointers for compatible games. The system is also going to include a built-in microphone, better speakers with 3D sound, a sturdier kickstand that's fully adjustable, and we're going to get USB ports on both the top and the bottom. They are also adding in a cooling fan built into the dock to keep the machine nice and cool during intense gaming sessions. Now, to some of you, this might be a big deal, but the Switch 2 is only going to work with microSD express cards. That means our current microSD cards are not going to be compatible. But there will be a system transfer option to move our games and save data over from our current Switch. The Switch 2 isn't just about better hardware, of course. Nintendo is introducing some exciting new features that frankly are long overdue. We now have Game Chat. This is a big one. Switch 2 has built-in voice chat that works directly through the system. You're not going to have to talk to your friends through Discord or anything else like that. You can just talk to them right here, right now, while playing. The system's mic is supposed to be really clear, and you can even hear your friends from a distance, and it even has noise canceling, so it can knock out background sounds. We are also going to have the ability to share our game screen with friends while chatting, which will come in handy when you're trying to help someone through a tough section or if you just want to watch them play. There's even a new camera accessory that's going to let you video chat while gaming. Game Share, now this is something that's really cool. It's going to let you temporarily share compatible games with up to 2 or 3 other Switch 2s or original Switch systems. So you can basically play your game with your friends, kind of like passing a controller around. In other words, you can just play together with only one copy of the game. Now, both of these features are going to require Nintendo Switch Online, but Nintendo mentioned that Game Chat will be available without a membership for a limited time at launch so that everyone can try it out. I guess we should dive into game compatibility next. It looks like the Switch 2 is going to support 3 types of games. Of course, you're going to get Switch 2 exclusive games, which are designed specifically for this new system. And then, of course, you're going to be able to play your existing Switch library, both physical and digital. And then there's also going to be upgraded versions of Switch games that are going to have improved visuals, better performance, and Switch 2 exclusive features. It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out exactly. Now, if you're wondering which Switch games are going to get some of these enhanced versions, I have a list for you. We've got Super Mario Party Jamboree. We have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Of course, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Metroid Prime 4. And Pokemon Legends ZA. If you already own these games on Switch, you can purchase an upgrade pack to get them on Switch too, so you're not going to have to buy the full game again. Personally, I think they should have given us these upgrade packs for free. I mean, whatever happened to customer loyalty? But hey, this economy is tough, right? So let's talk about some of the launch titles now, okay? We've got some pretty impressive games coming up. The first one that I think is really exciting is Mario Kart World. Mario Kart has been a staple for Nintendo for a really long time. This time around, they're doing something different. We're going to have an open world to explore. You can drive freely around the map, race against 24 other people, which is actually the most you've ever been able to do in this series, and even have a few new modes like Knockout Tour. Another game coming out is called Dragon Drive, and it looks like a unique 3 versus 3 multiplayer game, and you're going to have to use the Joy-Cons as mice for movements. So that should be fun. Then we're getting a new Hyrule Warriors. I love the series. If you don't know, it's a collaboration between Koei Tecmo and Nintendo. It tells the story of the imprisoning war from Zelda lore. I'm excited for that. We're also going to get Kirby's Air Ride, which is a revival of the GameCube classic. That should be fun as well. Now this next game I'm really looking forward to, it's called Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's a pretty cool looking 3D platformer starring Donkey Kong, and it's supposed to be a massive world, so I can't wait to play that. We're also getting a lot of third-party support, which is really nice. Here's a list of some launch day games. We've got Hades 2 from Supergiant Games. We've got Split Fiction from the makers of It Takes Two. We've got Hogwarts Legacy. We have Hitman World of Assassination. We've got Civilization 7, which is supposed to be really good. And I'm excited for Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. I already have it on my PS5, so I'm probably not going to get it for the Switch, but it's nice to know that it's available. Later on down the line, we're going to get a few other games like a new Madden game. There's going to be Borderlands 4. There's going to be NBA 2K and WWE 2K. Enter the Gungeon 2 looks great. Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to make it to Switch 2. I'm really excited for that. I love that game. And From Software is even going to release a new game. Well, this looks like a really good third-party lineup, and I'm excited. And I'm hoping that we get a lot more current-gen games over to Nintendo hardware. So up next, let's talk about the updates to Nintendo Switch Online. We're definitely getting a major update. I think the biggest news is the addition of GameCube games. I'm really excited about that. I've been waiting for this for a really long time. And at first, we're going to get 3 games. We're going to get The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero GX. I think all 3 of these games are excellent choices. I love each one of them, and they're going to be upgraded, and these games are going to be modernized. They're going to feature enhanced resolution, you're going to get customizable controls, and we're also going to get even more titles in the future. Now this is probably going to sell out real quick, but Nintendo is releasing a wireless GameCube style controller, exclusive for Switch Online members. It's even going to come with that new C button for game chat. Alright, so let's recap. The Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th with Mario Kart World as its flagship title. The system comes with a larger 1080p screen with up to 4K output on TVs and a bunch of new features like Game Chat and Game Share. Your existing Switch games are going to work on the new system, and many are getting enhanced versions that they're calling Switch 2 editions. Third-party support looks incredibly strong, and Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack subscribers are going to get access to GameCube games at launch. Nintendo also revealed that the system will be available in 2 purchase options, a standard version and a bundle that includes a digital copy of Mario Kart World. Okay, so they want $449 for the system by itself and $499 for the system with Mario Kart bundled in. Alright, it is what it is. I wish it was a little bit cheaper. We'll see what the world says about it, but I think it's a little bit pricey. So what do you think about the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal? Are you planning on picking one up at launch? And what game are you most excited to play? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I really enjoy playing video games and talking about them, and I love sharing what I think with you all. I appreciate you for watching my channel. Once again, my name is Serge. Thanks for watching Polygon Legends, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care of yourself. Till then, bye-bye.